had the shocks from the donor car as well with these plates on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're different size. Since this is the whole assembly from the donor car, these are the spacings on these are different than the 79. So I was trying to fit the 79 plates onto the 64.
64 U-bolts.
U-bolts, it wouldn't work, so I found that out.
How long did that take you?
Well, not long,
Lose
maybe
a couple hours of your
maybe a
life?
couple hours, struggling. But other than that, it was fairly straightforward. It's kind of a weird design. It's weird because first British car.
No, it's weird because you've never worked on them.
These shocks are kind of interesting. These lever
Same as the
action-
TR shocks?
Yep. And we've got,
It's a door closer.
these are the original ones that came in this car. So we have more of those, so we can get those rebuilt. I think they're the same one that goes on the TR. So
It's in good shape underneath.
It is. This car's, there's zero rust, zero holes, zero problems with this car. So now we just have to bleed the brakes. So just to get it finished back here.
All right, cool.
I got one hub changed on the front with one wheel. I got one more wheel to do, but I got to move the car to do it.
So you haven't done the front passenger?
I have not.
Okay.
So to do this, to get this, but this is what I mean. It's such it's more involved job. So you think, oh well, let's just change the parking brake cable, the whole assembly, piece of cake, right? Except there's a bracket up here that holds it. It's inside here, and there's a bolt that goes through. To get that bolt out, you got to take the passenger seat out.
Oh, that's why you get the seat out. Okay.
Like, for God's sakes, Nigel is driving us crazy.
All right, cool. Let's get to bleeding the brakes. All right, pumping up for the front.
So now you got it pushed.
I'm holding. Okay, floor.
This is tight again.
You tight?
Yeah. You tell me when.
Holding. To the floor.
Several days later.
Okay, it's closed.
Can you see if you're getting nice clean fluid out of there?
Yeah.
Okay. We're holding.
Hold it.
Floor.
Okay, it's closed.
Holding.
Closed. One more.
Yep. Holding.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Okay, it's closed now.
Okay, I'm letting off.
Huh?
I'm letting off.
Yeah.
What color was the brake fluid that came out?
It would have to look like new fluid there at the last shot there.
No, I mean at the beginning.
Oh, it wasn't the greatest, but I've seen worse.
Yeah, but I'm going to all this trouble, like fucking just
Well,
10 minutes more work. Who gives a shit?
there's clean fluid there now.
We're gonna have to do this on the Jag. Thanks, Jay.
Okay, how's our level?
I can't really see from here. Might have to add some. Felt like you lost quite a bit on the fronts.
Yep. Oh, it just looks like it's low because the fluid is clear now.
Well, there you go. All right, let me pump it up. Tell me when you want to turn the wheel the other way?
No, it's better here.
Okay. I'm going to pump it up, okay?
Yeah.
Holding. Floor.
Close.
Holding. Floor.
Close.
This one feels really smooth. Holding.
Opening.
Floor.
Close. Need one more?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks clean, so.
Holding.
And
Floor.
Closed.
All right, we're done.
How's it feel? Good?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Huh?
It feels great. You need to sit your ass in there and see.
Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, and hardly any, no fade at all, right?
Not yet. Well, it'll be a little different when you're driving it, but
Yeah,
there's no fade when your foot's in it, though.
good. Do you have a bearing grease packing thing?
I do not. I do what you do. Looks like a lot of crud coming out of that one.
I know, you see that old grease coming out of there? Well, it's a different color grease. I don't know if it's,
Did you pack them when you did your bushings and everything?
no, I didn't touch that part of it. I just took the hub off,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't bother with it, because this car, when I got it, everything was pretty clean. Like, it looks like it had been serviced, it just wasn't done right, like it wasn't tight. Like the bearings and stuff weren't tight. It's like somebody assembled it but didn't finish like tightening things up. Now I'm putting these two spacers back in the way that they were. There's like a thick one and a thin one. I don't know what the sizes are. Apparently there's 3 different sizes. I guess you got to measure them, but I don't have time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So let's put them on there. The grease will hold them in place. And that bearing will go in there. And hopefully they'll all line up when I put it on the spindle. Of course it doesn't. All this just to get a different look with wire wheels. Eh?
Where's the nut for that?
I don't think it's lining up. I can't get it on there properly. There it goes. Okay, so bearing pushed on. Now there's this deal. It's got like a little key on it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it's a pain in the ass to get in there. And then the tassel nut. It gives you a torque spec, but I just tightened it down on the other side until it seemed right, and then spin it and wiggle it, see if there's any play in it, and throw the cotter pin in it.
You call that the Ooga Dooga scale, isn't it?
Socket that I had. I'm getting a little high from the brake clean.
Sucking on Grandpa's cough medicine right now. Now here's the $1 million question. How are you going to get the cotter pin in?
Yeah, that's it's not as hard as you think. So there, I'm just doing it like I do every other bearing. I watch a video, and they talk about torque specs, and then backing it out till it. Here's the they give you a torque, like 40 to 50 some PS or inch pounds, and then they say and back it off to the next spot on your castle nut till you can get the cotter pin in. So what's the point of the torque spec if you're backing it out again? That's
Well,
just,
that's a typical bearing
yeah,
setup.
you just do it like this, right? You just tighten it down.
You don't want it. You only need to be finger tight.
See, it spins smooth.
Yeah,
Seems
over
okay.
torque it, you'll burn it out.
And I don't feel that looseness is the
This
is the
sounds like
play in
a.
the kingpin.
I was going to say it's got to be a bushing or something.
It's there's a bushing in the kingpin that needs to be reamed, but you can get a bushing to put in it, and you have to ream the two bushings at once. They're two different size bushings, the lower one and the upper one, and they sell a special tool that's $300 to ream them both at the same time. So that is going to have to be addressed at some point in this car, but the donor vehicle that we took this stuff off of has a complete front suspension, so maybe the kingpins on that are in good shape.
Yeah, probably.
If they are, we're good. If not, I've been driving it all summer. It's been fine. So now that I got to put a cotter pin in it.
Alright, so we've got the brakes reassembled. We've stripped the bolt out on the top of the caliper. That's going to have to be replaced, but not much we can do about that. So we're going to put the wire wheel on.
Right side. There's a right and a left for these things. I've got a rubber lump hammer in the truck that'll. Oh,
Uh-oh. Didn't think that one through, did you?
I think that looks way gooder. Okay.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all of 25 minutes of changing all the hardware to be able to put wire wheels on instead of your standard ring.
Yeah, and weeks of gathering parts and hours of
Waiting and scouring the internet for deliveries.
hours of work on the rear. That was a bit of a job. Front's a piece of cake.
All right, next trip we come out, we'll be driving this around.
Do we like it?
We do.
I'm gonna throw the battery in it when you're after you go and take it for a drive around the block. These tires are absolute shit, but
Well, just make sure everything's working correctly.
just
All right,
walking down the
cool.
street.
So,
I think that looks way better than the. So if you want a side by side, let's get off the jack stand. So there's the bolt on. I guess I call them the roll road style or road toe wheel, I guess they call it.
Yeah, the wire wheels are the way to go. 100%.
Yeah, but you know, I went on, you go online and you look at the, you know, the forums about these things. And there's an MG page that like MG owners page that I'm on. And I post pictures of this, that of what I'm doing. And there's people on there saying, oh, you shouldn't have done that. I did that years ago and it was the worst thing I ever did. Which I find that hard to believe. Like the worst thing you've ever done? Does that mean his whole life?
It's all about perspective, I think.
The worst thing he's ever done. But I wish I never would have done it.
Opinions are like assholes, so.
Another guy said the wire wheels are very spongy. When you lean into them, you can feel them flexing. What the hell are you leaning into this?
You're racing it?
I don't know.
Take it down. Let's take it down the Nürburgring. Yeah.
I just like the look. I think it looks cool. So we took the 79 rubber bumper. We got chrome bumpers on it. New grille. So it looks like a older one. Now it's, but it's a later one, 79. I just like
I
the
think it
look.
looks nice.
And it's my car. I'll do what the fuck I want with it.
Yeah, and on that note, I'll call it a day. I gotta go home and put snow tires on my wife's car.
Okay. Well, thanks for the brake bleed.
No worries.
But throwing a battery in it isn't like, oh, let's just throw the battery in it. Behind the friggin' seat.
Yeah, most of those are. Anyway, I'll see you later.